It's my 25th birthday today, and after 6 hours of sleep, I wake up feeling stressed, I wake up in panic, then I get congratulated. My mom comes in and congratulates me with some small presents and some coffee in the morning, as is tradition here, I suppose. But while I'm holding back the tears, and yeah, I can't believe that I haven't succeeded yet. Sometimes I look into myself and I hate myself, but then I just think, hey, I try to be the best that I can be. I'm there for others. I help others. I use the skills I do have. And I try to make the best out of it. Through understanding others and doing what I do best. Being creative, so creating things, stories, etc. But it's not enough. None of that is enough in this world. Working out and trying to work on it's not enough. I'll still be forced into this system, or I still have been forced into this system, and I want to get out. Because thinking about the world doesn't make anything any better. There's nothing that gives me hope for the future. I mean, other than me perhaps just moving out into a deserted area, or into the woods, building my own log cabin. It's not like the people on this planet make things any easier or any better. I mean, things are bad enough as it is. Nature is out to get us. And it just makes me wonder, why are people so hell-bent on screwing each other over rather than supporting one another? We're so busy, or most people are so busy with their own lives, and they don't care about all the horrible things that happen to others, or the things that are inevitable, or that they're being forced into slavery and being forced to abandon their own individuality, forced to be treated like shit and just accept it, pushed into doing immoral things just because it's needed for that particular job or situation, even though it isn't. In most jobs, you're either killing yourself inside or others. So you're not contributing into something that is good, a system that is good, generally speaking. I envy those who are in a system that is better than most. A system that cares more about their people. A system where people can find more meaning. Maybe through hardship. Through responsibility and through reward, genuine reward, not just some weak salary, but a reward as in love, support, hope. Yet, I think everyone should just ask themselves, are they doing, or are you doing what it takes? Am I doing what it takes? Am I there supporting others? Am I there trying to contribute to a better society, or am I just fading away, growing old, waiting till my pension for the system to just suck me out, to never have amounted to anything? I refuse to contribute to such a society. I refuse to contribute to a society where the worst person is the victim and not the assailant. I refuse to support a society where we punish the victims and not the assailants. I refuse to contribute a system that, rather than spreading unity, spreading knowledge, and trying to cooperate, what is spread is division, hatred, mindless consumerism, and meaninglessness. So, a friend recently died out of an overdose. And I'm not gonna use that for some purpose. I just think that the world is really unfair for someone to go through an entire shitty life with barely any help, become so messed up that they have to rely on drugs. Then when they find people that care, they can't yet really get out of it because it's not enough. The burden becomes too heavy just to share with friends. And so they have to continuously rely on drugs to ease the constant pain they feel. And I totally get why they get to that point. I really do understand why they get to that point. What drives them so far? I can't imagine myself living through 40 feeling like this. I really can't. Eventually, you need some kind of break. Something that brings you hope, something that brings you light, something that brings you peace. I don't mind hardship. I don't mind working harder than pretty much anyone else. I don't mind that, but I want it to be to do the right thing. I'm not gonna sacrifice the honesty. I'm not gonna sacrifice my ingenuity or my genuine self. I'm not gonna sacrifice doing the right thing just to contribute to the system, be a salary slave or a wage slave, or a wage cock as some call it. I don't see any point in that cold, dead life. I wanna create something new where people can belong, where it doesn't have to go that far. Or maybe maybe you won't find the woman of your dreams as a man. Maybe you won't. But I wanna at least create a place where we can have brotherhood, where everyone can be themselves, but everyone also contributes and helps each other out. I mean, that way you solve the problems. You can have fun, and if someone is down, I can be the one to help them. I can be the one to be supportive so that everyone can function and be at their best and have a high morale. I want to create something that benefits a lot of people. Something that brings light. Something that brings some peace to the ones whose hearts are completely shattered by how society is, by how the world is, by how other people is, by their own minds, by their own hearts, by the complete loneliness, meaninglessness, and seeing evil just take over without being able to do anything. It's not weird that any decent human being is driven insane by this system, especially the ones who cannot stop thinking about it, no matter how they try. And to stop thinking for some takes things like drugs. So yeah, this is my birthday message to everyone, and my wish to make the world a slightly better place. And if I had to add yet another description to the pain I feel, it's unending, it's stressful, it's hopelessness, it's anger, it's hatred, it's despair. And despite all of these things I've gone through, I still have these goals. Despite how much I hate people for their weaknesses, for the lies, for the deceit, for the brainwash, for the acceptance of how things are. As much as I hate human nature, I still want to be there for every decent human being. I still want to help all the people who are decent and offer them something better, something brighter. I try to use all this for something good. I try to use this without getting radicalized and doing some dangerous acts. As much as I can just imagine sometimes just painting the walls red, painting the tram red, painting the town red. As much as I can imagine something like that, out of the sheer hatred and darkness, it's not something I'll do. And there is absolutely no point in harming any innocent people. So, the question is, what can you do in this world then? And what can I do? Well, I've mentioned that. It's either eradicating evil or helping the good. And unfortunately, eradicating the true evils of the world will get you into trouble. Pretty messed up, right? We get into more trouble for eradicating evil than harming the innocent. And if you feel like I do, if you feel hopeless, if you feel worthless, if you feel, well, I don't feel completely worthless, but if you feel those things, cherish yourself more. Because there are so few people that even try. So if you're out there and you're trying, even if things are going to hell, cherish yourself more, love yourself more. Because you are needed. You are needed in this world. And the world becomes a much darker place without you. So don't give up. Let's carry this burden and this weight together. Thanks for listening. Cheers.